Hello and welcome. It is the completion of the third day of October 2019. My name is Derek. Like always, all bets, trades of the like, within each his own risk and their own reward. We'll look at gold, silver, the ratio of the two, Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, Binance coin, gross coin, and then move into computer programming and just creativity, really, for that matter. And then a prediction for tonight's a football game, which should probably already be started or over by the time you've already watching this video. So let's get started. Within gold, we see price action still within this 18 and resisting and staying within this Fibonacci. But what has happened is it resistance, defined as an up market stop going higher? Well, yeah, it has. Has the correction been that of via price or time? And I really got to say time, as it really hasn't had much to go down. It's just been staying within this level, and right now it's just staying within the 18. So I'm looking for a clear break of either one. So a clear break above 15 and a quarter is a very bullish signal. And if I see weakness around the 1480-ish area, well, then I'll be looking for a leg lower, probably down to about 14 and a quarter. Silver, pretty much the same thing. We got one lower low, and we're making, well, we got a lower high here. Will the next one be? Well, we'll see in time. Above the 18 average is really getting above this line here, around 18 and 23. And weakness on the 18 lows is a break, really about 17.15. So it's in the correctionary phase right now from the last lower low. So in viewing these lines on the shorter term time frame, on the extreme short, it's just been congesting within this 18 from this rally that concluded yesterday at 1 p.m. So since then, range is between 17.45 and the lower. We can see like a downtrend here, uptrend there. So the range was extended in both sides. 1780 on the upside, 1746 on the down. But in view within the 3 hour and the Fibonacci, and these lines have been playing well, so I give it high credentials. Failed breakdown. This is looking. If this does get above this, the rallies for both gold and silver, based on the situation, has higher probability for larger moves. And right now, the 18 average of lows on this is coming in at 1745. So weakness below 1740 would give reason for maybe even further decline there after that. Amongst the ratio, we can see gold made the higher high here, comes back to the band, so getting above 86, basically 87. Then I'd be looking for higher moves, maybe an 88 to 88.5, and even 89. And the last higher low was 81 and a third, or around that area. So if it makes a low in here, even if it just pierces below this 18 lows, you still got to be looking, especially if it's in very much in major downtrends, unlike the 3 hour, 1 hour time frames, that we should see at least a short-term bottom. Switching on to cryptos, and first the Bitcoin dominance in at about 69.87. And we can see how it's just showing a lot of weakness within the 18 average of lows after this lower high. Two levels of support established at 69.43 and again at about 68 and 8/9. And right now, it's looking more probable that we might go down, but we've been in a nice uptrend. But I need to have a nice clear breakout above this 18 highs, and it's still got a little ways to go. So Bitcoin is not showing any signs of dominance right now, at least on the short run. And the daily chart, it's the next move is going to be big, because as I've been mentioning, either failed breakdown or next leg lower. I don't got the fib lines in, but it's in the 6,000s. So therefore, if we break down below the support, fast move. But if this is it for the bottom and the price action is able to get above 92.56, especially at 98, closer to 10K, that's just a bullish major setup going there after that. And on any moves up to the 93 area, it could be either or situation. Either we have that failed breakdown that's coming in, or it's resisting where it came from, and that's the lower high to all these other ones, and we most likely be making a new lower low thereafter on this one at around 78. Moving on to Binance Coin, which is showing resistance at this key fib right now. And if Bitcoin's going to go down, then most likely this one will, especially with Bitcoin dominance just showing no dominance on either alts or that of Bitcoin. And in this, I see same sort of deal. It's looking more and more within the sideways correction that it's vulnerable for a down move. On the 3 hour, it is in the sideways mode. I got a alert here because this is telling me I probably have to consider getting out of my short position, quote unquote, at a losing cost. As the entry for such, well, it was as it was in here, as it broke down below the low. This high, well, at the time, my first stop was up here. But since this move happened, it's been upgraded, or downgraded in number, I guess, to above this high. Now, it's not automatic, so it's interesting play. The stakes aren't that large, but it's okay size. We do see it's getting above the 18 average of highs. But within this level in here, this range in here, this is, you have to be very, very vulnerable for all of these failed breakouts that can occur. Overall, we're still in the sideways range from that down move. So just like Bitcoin, it's either going to break support or resistance with a significant move, most likely. Now let's move on to the GRS, which is the gross coin, and I got this in a better log scale. But within the triple hit resistance, a lot of hit support, it looks like it might break out. If you see it like around 2600, this can go, and when these go, they can be big moves. This was a failed breakout, fast move lower. That play is over. And when we look at its history, well, and looking back, I mean, one day where it went up 120%. This day, 46. This rally here took a few days, but at least from this, well, from this low here, 53 to 10. But even from like here, you can see 65 to like 95. This rally here, 10.4 up to 18. So 80%. And then the single two of them, we have this day up 100%. This day up 130. This multi-day rally goes from 65 to 15. So when these things go, they generally have big moves around double or better. And this is going back to like 20, even before it. October 2017, 1200 up to like 15,000. Yeah. And then this was a crazy 100 up to 14,000. Does what it does. I got bored earlier and I want to make a computer program that can just simulate football games and give me statistics. Started putting in a bunch of these, like, well, 2 quarterbacks per team, like how many passing yards, touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, interceptions, fumbles, and oh yeah, 2-point conversions. I'm like, and then when I'm doing that, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's like 1,000 things I'm gonna put in. Oh, it's gonna take me a long, long time to do. So I decided to let's not do it this way. But when there's a will, there's a way. So I just decided just to make up one quick little spreadsheet where I would put players in, and I'd put in guys for tonight: Jared Goff, Cup, so on and so forth. And then I would just manually add in the statistics from the random numbers, which all I needed was this here. I put in quarter, which was manually put in, the downs and distance, where the ball was, how much time was remaining, so it would start with 1500. And this in here, which is all I need is a random number generator. It gives me a number between 1 and 1,000. And I know what to do with that number based on what I'm doing in advance. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to call this type of play call, and then the random number determines what the play is and who gets the target, stuff like that. And surprisingly, Brown had 5 catches for 118 and 3, but it's designed when you get in a roll. You kind of play momentum, and it really played out in this one. And irrelevance always set so that they can never, they can only get small plays, and they can get capped at so long. And then, of course, these points that I would use would be played in within, well, daily fantasy. So, Brown is my captain tonight. You got Russell Wilson in my lineup. We got Cup. We got Jared Goff, I think, and yeah, just see how it goes. Alrighty, thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.